Namaste everyone. My name is Leanne Peters and I'm the founder of Temple of Balance. And I just wanted to talk to you a bit about twin flames. I realised I haven't actually made a twin flame YouTube movie yet, so I'm excited to be doing this. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be saying in this moment because I'm just going to be flowing. So let me tell you a little bit about me and my experience with twin flames. About 8 years ago, and several years before that, but 8 years ago specifically, I had this knowing that there was another part of me out there that I hadn't met yet. In fact, I thought he was in spirit because that was what I needed to feel to survive, because I was in a marriage and had 2 children. So I'd been dreaming of this man on and off for a few years prior, and I could never see his face. But then about 8 years ago, with various synchronicities, I came to this knowing that I knew there was another part of me out there. I don't know if I recall it being specifically twin flames, but over the course of the last 8 years, specifically the few years after that, I started hearing more about it and started realizing that maybe I had a twin flame out there. I just had this knowing that there was a part of me that wasn't with me, and it made me sad, but I'm the type of person that gets things done and just follows my intuitive impulses, I like to call them. So when I'm intuitively guided to do something, I do it, and that's what I have been doing. And that's what's led me up to this moment where I'm now married to my twin flame. So that 8 year journey has been quite spectacular. For me personally, I've been doing a lot of self-healing, a lot of clearing of karma, of separation, of exploring the depths of my spirit and my being. And also, I said earlier, I'm the founder of Temple of Balance. Well, 6 years ago, I founded Temple of Balance online. Spirit told me I would be in my temple again, and it was ultimately Temple of Balance that led me to reconnecting with my twin flame. So, the last 3 years of my marriage, 3 months of my marriage, which was towards the end of 2008 when it came to an end, so those 3 months prior to then, I was really struggling, and I was asking Spirit to help me get out, to help me find ways out. And Spirit kept telling me that it wasn't long now, that soon someone was coming into my life. And I just had this knowing that this was going to be my twin flame. And I asked Spirit, how will I know? And they told me that there are 3 things: that he's a client, he's from overseas, and I will just know. So I was told that repetitively for the last 3 months, which was really hard because it was hard realizing and coming to the truth that I wasn't really happy, and having to hurt others was not a happy task at all. So it was a challenging 3 months, but it was also the massive turning point for me in my life. So at the end of 2008, and it's funny because my twin flame Cory actually came into my life exactly 3 months before we remembered our love, is what we like to call it. So that 3 month period when I was struggling in my marriage, and that 3 month period of us building our friendship, I knew Cory just like I knew any client and any person that I connect with through Temple of Balance. So there was nothing special there that I felt early on. It was just a friendship that was building. And 3 months to the date, Cory asked me if I could help him decipher a meditation vision that he had, that he didn't understand. So I met with him on my community chat, which I had a community then, and we talked about it, and I connected with this vision that he had, and I saw that it was a past life, and it was a past life of him and I together in Atlantis. And it was a very emotional remembering for us, and something really opened up, but it wasn't until the next day that we really recognized or came to the conscious conclusion that we had been waiting for each other. Our hearts opened. I really thought that I would have a heart attack. I felt so much love. Oh my goodness, I've never felt so much love. My heart just opened, and I had to channel it through my body. I had to channel it to the earth. I had to keep sending love out to others, and my heart just continued to grow and deepen with this amazing connection of love. And for 10 weeks, we talked every day for hours and hours. And our connection just continued to blossom and grow and deepen. We worked through separation issues. It was really difficult. We had lots of past lives where we'd been torn apart, or one of us had passed away and then the other one hadn't seen each other again. So we had to heal a lot of that, because those fears, those separations, they come up when we were first reconnecting and remembering our love. So those 10 weeks, I didn't need any food or sleep. I slept 3 hours a day, and I pretty much just drank water and the odd banana just because I thought I better eat something. But I was just living on love, and for that 10-week period. And then the 10 weeks came, and Cory came over from Texas to Sydney, and I flew to Sydney from Tasmania and met him in Sydney, and we connected there for the first time physically, and we flew back to Tasmania, and this is where we live now, on this beautiful heart-shaped island in Australia. And we've been happily married now for a year and a half, and Cory's been here for nearly 3 years, and it's just beautiful. The first year was a little bit tricky at times because of our cultural differences, because Cory had been brought up in a different culture to me, so we had to meld and really work on our connections on a physical level. Spiritually, emotionally, mentally, we so resonate, and physically, absolutely now. And absolutely then, but we just had a few little hiccups culturally that we had to work through. And yeah, our love continues to deepen and grow, and we're living our mission and our purpose here, serving our planet and humanity. And we know that this is our final mission, this is our final phase of our mission here on Earth. It's been a long one since we incarnated in Atlantis about 11,000 years ago. So it's been a big mission, just like many others out there, and probably yours too. So we know this is our last lifetime, and I vow to make this lifetime count. So we're aiming, and our purpose is to really help twin flames come together. Also to spread truth about twin flames, because there's a lot of misinformation out there about twin flames and divine union relationships. I'm especially hesitant about twin flame advice and guidance from people that aren't in a twin flame relationship. So just be cautious. You will know the truth within you. Just turn on that truth detector and allow it to work for you. Now, I'm just sharing my experience, and I trust and maybe my experience has helped you in some way. So I really look forward to doing more twin flame movies, especially now there's some interest out there. So let me know if you'd like me to share something specific about the twin flame connection and the twin flame purpose. And a love to you and your beautiful twin flame. You are always connected, even if you aren't physically. Spiritually, you are always bound and connected. And bound not as in bondage or ties, but bound as in absolute connection that stretches beyond time and space. When you connect with your twin flame, you will resonate on all levels, physically, emotionally, mental, and spiritually. So you have similar vows and beliefs, you have similar wants and needs, you have a similar way of thinking and feeling, and you will be attracted to each other physically. That connection is absolute. A twin flame connects on all levels. So that's my bit of truth I'll leave you with, and I will talk to you again very soon. Namaste.